Hey everyone, Erica of Confident Parenting, and I'm coming at you with some newborn sleep tips. When I work with the parents of a newborn, the most common complaint that I hear or the struggle that they reach out with is that they cannot put their baby down, and when they do, they wake up instantly or very soon after. It can be very frustrating as a new parent when the newness of wearing them, holding them all the time has worn off, and you really just want to put them down and go to the bathroom or make a sandwich. So I want to share some tips that may make that easier for you and make your newborn sleep a little more functional. So the first thing to know about your newborn is that they come with a built-in startle reflex. We call this a startle reflex. It's technically called the Moro reflex, M-O-R-O. Basically, what this is about is baby feeling as if they're moving away from their parent, their safe space, almost as if they're falling. Think of a time when you were drifting off to sleep, and all of a sudden you felt like you were falling and you popped awake. And basically, baby goes, "Oh no, I'm falling away from my parent. This isn't safe." And they essentially, and then they have another reflex, the grabbing reflex. They want to grab back onto you. So this reflex becomes integrated as baby gets older, but until it does, basically means it will disappear. Until it does, it's going to work against you and it's going to work against your baby in terms of being able to put them down and in terms of getting longer stretches of sleep. So the first thing you want to do is combat that startle reflex in some way. When your baby's sleeping against you, they're on their tummy, right? So their arms are kind of contained. And when a baby's on their tummy, the startle reflex is not activated. Or maybe sometimes we even have baby on their side, tucked against our body, but same thing. The startle is not going to be activated. When you go to put your baby down, which we all know that needs to be on their back, now the arms are dangly. They're also free. They're free to startle just like this. You'll see your baby kind of be peacefully sleeping. Their arms will go out and in, and then they jolt awake. The other issue is that baby doesn't have total control of their movements at this age, their intentional movements. So they can be flailing around. They can be bopping themselves in the face and working themselves up when they should be settling themselves down. So how do we get around this? This is where a swaddle comes in. If you want to be able to move baby from your body and transfer them onto a sleep surface, and you're also hoping that when you do transfer them, they won't just startle themselves awake, we need to contain their arms in some way. Baby wants to feel almost as if they're back in the womb. They want to feel edges around them. They want to feel nested and cozy and tight. There are so many ways to swaddle your baby. I will say that some babies act like they hate it. It's okay. They may be saying that they hate everything in that moment. They're already so tired and feeling so disorganized that maybe they're just upset. It may not actually be about the swaddle. Even if it does turn out that they hate it, you get the chance to make your first executive parenting decision and say, baby, this swaddle is going to make it so that I can put you down and so that you can get the sleep you need and I can get the long stretch of break that I need. So you can do it anyway. It's really okay. Try getting them in sooner before they're overtired. Try getting them in before they're getting really fussy. Don't wait necessarily for the full-on crying to say, I think it's time to swaddle you. Try to get a little bit ahead of that. And maybe try a different swaddle. Babies have their preferences, and you will too. You do want to get it tight around the arms, loose around the hips and legs. There's no need to do it with a blanket the old-fashioned way. Get the kind that Velcros. Get the kind that zips. And more importantly, get the kind that has the zipper at the bottom for those pesky overnight diaper changes. Hopefully that will help you be able to put your newborn down and get longer stretches. But I have lots more tips coming your way. Also, just to make you aware, if you would like access to newborn sleep tips like this every day, be aware of our new parent package, which is a collaboration of mine along with Mainline Family Education. You get access to me and my sleep tips, as well as access to Nicole, who's a former labor and delivery nurse, and all her newborn care tips from the time your baby arrives for the first 2 months of life. So a really great way to almost bring us home with you and have that peace of mind to know that you're doing everything you can for smooth sleep and to make every day functional. I hope that was helpful. Make sure you are following me for more newborn sleep tips If you'd like more information about one-on-one support, feel free to reach out and stay tuned for some more tips.